A Wacky Worm is a roller coaster layout produced by many different manufacturers. Its small footprint and low manufacturing cost has made it one of the largest selling layouts in the world, with over 800 coasters listed on the roller coaster database which use this layout. The chances are, if you have been to an amusement park, you have ridden one of these coasters, and for many, it was the very first roller coaster you ever rode. But what are the origins of this ubiquitous type of roller coaster? In this video, I'll be looking at the history of the Wacky Worm layout. The Wacky Worm layout uses a stacked figure 8 layout, in which the track is in a figure of 8 with 2 levels. Normally, there is a single drop, often accompanied by trim brakes. A common feature of this layout is a giant fiberglass apple, which the track goes through. This is why the coaster model is often referred to as the Big Apple. Although much of the layout is the same in coasters with the Wacky Worm layout, there are some very interesting train designs out there, which make these coasters so unique and recognizable. Most Wacky Worm coasters use the standard sit-down train design, with exceptions being Miami Dolphins, a steel family suspended roller coaster manufactured by Italian manufacturer Fabri. Another variety is the spinning Brocomea model, a version manufactured by DAL Amusement Rides Company, with spinning cars. The most common train design is of course the green caterpillar design, with a goofy looking smile, with or without braces, a missing tooth and semi-closed eyes, which I am certain has been the subject of many nightmares. Some interesting varieties include this one with a sombrero, this terrifying clown, and whatever the heck this is. Allow me to transport you back in time to 1926 in Suzzara, Italy. A small company began manufacturing dodgem cars for amusement parks and travelling fairs, and as the popularity of amusement rides grew, so did the company, which was to be known as Pinfari. In the 1950s, a roller coaster model was developed called the Wild Mouse, and began appearing at amusement parks across the world. The first models of the steel variety of this type of roller coaster were manufactured by B.A. Schiff and Associates and Myler Manufacturing, who mass-produced this model. It became very popular in amusement parks and travelling fairs. In 1954, Pinfari manufactured their very first roller coaster, which was also a Wild Mouse roller coaster called Bobslide. Then, in 1965, Pinfari manufactured their very own model, a small portable roller coaster called Cyclone, which was a compact steel roller coaster, making it very easy to transport, therefore making them very popular with travelling fairs. There were 4 different models of Cyclone: Z40, Z47, Z64, and Z78. The main difference between each model was the height and track length of the roller coaster. In the 1980s, Pinfari developed a looping Cyclone model, which still offered the compact design of the original Cyclone, but with more of a thrill factor. After much success with the compact Cyclone model, in 1976, Pinfari manufactured a roller coaster called La Valle degli Gnomi, or the Valley of the Gnomes in English, which was to be located at Fiablandia. This was the very first Wacky Worm roller coaster, a semi-dark gnome-themed kiddie terrain coaster, in which a worm-themed train makes its way through an oversized garden filled with flowers and apples. Pinfari were so pleased with this roller coaster, their first fully family-friendly coaster, that it inspired them to create a smaller version, which went on to become the Big Apple coaster, that is still found in parks across the globe to this day. Who would have thought that a small charming roller coaster could have such a huge impact? The following year, the very first Big Apple MB28 roller coaster with the Wacky Worm layout was opened at Parken Zoo in Sweden under the name Musken. In 1981, Pinfari manufactured a Big Apple coaster which was to be installed in Luna Park in the United States, but this version featured a turntable loading station, allowing for a 2-train operation, meaning increased capacity. Pinfari manufactured over 60 Big Apple Wacky Worm roller coasters, but due to the low cost of manufacture and small footprint of the design, other manufacturers eventually caught on to the design and began manufacturing rides in the same layout. The first non-Pinfari Wacky Worm roller coaster was named Speedy Gonzales and was located at Greenland Amusement Park in Italy. This coaster was manufactured by SDC, an Italian manufacturer. They also manufactured a range of coaster models such as Galaxy, their own version of a Cyclone model, and the Hurricane model. SDC was clearly inspired by the work of Pinfari. Fajime was founded in El Salvador in 1983. The company's intention was to maintain the attractions in the playland parks in the Central and South America regions. Because of the experience that their company had gained, they got to build attractions themselves. Not much later, they would build their very first Wacky Worm coaster in 1991 in Lake Winnipesaukee in the United States. In total, there are 21 Wacky Worm coasters manufactured by Fajime. In 1994, Daniel Pinfari, founder of the Pinfari Company, expanded the Pinfari Group specifically to increase the manufacture of the Big Apple and Mine Train models of coaster. Thus, DPV Rides was established. Overall, DPV Rides has manufactured 45 roller coasters, primarily in the Wacky Worm category. Preston and Barbary is an amusement ride manufacturing company based in Reggio Emilia, Italy. The company was founded in 2000 as a merger of the Preston and Barbary Rides companies. The company manufactures a wide range of flat rides, water rides, and roller coasters. Before the merger in 1993, Barbary Rides manufactured their very first roller coaster, which was a junior coaster with the Wacky Worm layout, which happened to be called Wacky Worm. This was located at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City. The coaster was later renamed as Cosmic Coaster and moved to the Planet Snoopy area of the park with a brand new Snoopy theme. Preston and Barbary went on to manufacture various other coaster models such as Anaconda, Mini Coaster, and even a spinning coaster. They are currently manufacturing a virtual reality coaster called Attack of the Aswang to be located at Pradera Islands Park in the Philippines, which is set to open in 2024. Fabri is an Italian amusement ride manufacturer which began manufacturing the Avio aeroplane ride specifically designed for travelling fairs. After designing various flat rides, Fabri entered the roller coaster market in 1998 with none less than a Wacky Worm style ride. Their first coaster was called Brucomea, which translated from Italian as simply caterpillar, and it was located in Leolandia in Italy. After this, they went on to manufacture a total of 3 more Wacky Worm style coasters, namely Wallace's Wonderful Wriggling Whirl Wacky Worm. Wow, what a name. They went on to make many different models of roller coaster, and their most popular model became the Power Mouse coaster. Sartori Rides is another Italian ride manufacturer which was established in 1957. They installed their first roller coaster in 1998, and you guessed it, it was a Wacky Worm coaster named Gusano Loco, or Crazy Worm, and it was located in Mundo Divertido in Tijuana, Mexico. They created a total of 8 Wacky Worm coasters for parks across the globe. SBF Visa Group is a manufacturer of amusement rides based in Veneto, Italy. The company was founded in 1952, and as of writing has built almost 400 roller coasters worldwide, 65 of which are the family coaster MX48 or MX48/D model, or simply put, Wacky Worm coasters. They opened their first Wacky Worm coaster in 1999 called Nissi Coaster, located in Maraland in Muscat, Oman, which is still said to be operating to this day. Teggy is believed to be an Italian company founded by 2 former Pinfari employees. There is only one roller coaster which I could find that was manufactured by this company, and that is Bruco Sprint at Goma Park in Bari, Italy. This coaster has been operating since 2006 and is a traditional Pinfari-style Wacky Worm. Yeysk Plant Attraction is a defunct Russian ride and roller coaster manufacturer, which operated from 1959 to 2019, and they manufactured 8 Wacky Worm roller coasters, 6 of which had the name Underwater World, and had trains themed to shells and whales. Kilich Luna Park was established in 1965 and was initially an amusement park operator, but began to manufacture rides and roller coasters alongside operating the park. They have manufactured mostly junior roller coasters, with a mixture of Wacky Worm and Twin Helix models, as well as a spinning Brucomea model. SAMICO, an acronym for Shanghai Amusement Machine Engineering Company, are a Chinese company established in 1984. In 2003, the company installed their first and last Wacky Worm coaster, called Inertia Train. This was located in Zhongshan Park, China. Since then, the company have moved on to create more thrilling rides, such as looping coasters and shuttle coasters. Beijing Shibolai Amusement Equipment, or SBL, is a Chinese amusement ride and roller coaster manufacturer, which was established in 1989. They initially manufactured a wild mouse coaster model called Jungle Mouse in the late 1990s. With the rising popularity of Wacky Worm-style coasters, SBL began to manufacture their own model, the Junior Coaster, which was first installed in Leisure World in Sri Lanka in 2006. Controversy around this company rose around 2014, when major ride manufacturer Zamperla brought up a lawsuit against SBL and another Chinese company, Zhongshan Golden Dragon Amusement Equipment Company, which said that the companies wrongfully engaged in unfair competition and patent infringement in violation of federal law, and deceptive trade practices under Florida law. The court issued permanent injunctions against the Chinese companies, forbidding them from selling or attempting to sell counterfeits, copies, or confusingly similar rides, to a number of those designed and manufactured by Zamperla. From looking at their portfolio, it is clear that most of their coasters do bear resemblance to some other well-known roller coasters, but for Wacky Worm coasters, their familiarity is what makes them great. In 2020, a revised version of the Junior Coaster was created with enhanced track and supports, as well as a booster wheel lift, as opposed to the chain lift seen in previous models. Guven Amusement Ride Factory is a Turkish amusement ride and roller coaster manufacturer which specializes in children's rides. The factory is owned by the same person that owns the nearby Guven Luna Park, which opened in 2010. Established in 1979, they manufactured the very first roller coaster in 2009, named Dragon, a variation of the Wacky Worm, and the only other type of roller coaster that the company has manufactured is an oval runaway train model, with another runaway train model under construction. Sadly, in 2004, Pinfari went into administration and was eventually liquidated. But 3 years later, Pinfari's assets were acquired by Interpark, another Italian manufacturer. Interpark has continued the legacy of Pinfari by continuing to manufacture compact and affordable roller coasters with interesting designs. Even before the acquisition, Interpark manufactured coasters inspired by Pinfari's Big Apple model, the first of which opened in 1996. There are, of course, many Wacky Worm style roller coasters out there with unknown manufacturers. This is the most common roller coaster type in the world, and I was only able to comment on the roller coasters which were available on the roller coaster database, where over 800 Wacky Worm roller coasters are listed. As the amusement park industry evolves, with parks looking to build the tallest, fastest, and most thrilling roller coasters, moving away from the charming and wacky past, it is sad to see the Wacky Worm layout becoming somewhat obsolete in today's world. Although Wacky Worms can be found in almost every country in the world, they are not what people visit for. But why not? They are cute and can be enjoyed by people of all ages, assuming that there is no upper age limit. They are viewed as boring, old-fashioned, and downright weird, but it is important to remember what was once the vision of an Italian dodgem manufacturer back in the 1970s. I am happy to see that a large proportion of the Wacky Worms on the roller coaster database are still operating, with many owned by showmen and being rented out to travelling fairs, still getting some of the love that they deserve. Next time you visit an amusement park with a Wacky Worm roller coaster, I challenge you to take a ride and think about how it must have felt riding it for the first time as a child. The world was still a magical place, full of wonder and fun, and you could still enjoy the little things in life, including the little Wacky Worm roller coasters. So that was the history of the Wacky Worm layout of roller coaster, or at least what I could find about it. If you have any memories of the Wacky Worm roller coaster, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this.